Good morning.
Morning.
And welcome to Coffee Talk.
I look there. I forget every time.
Right there.
Okay. Hi.
Do you all remember Erica?
Hi, guys.
For those of you who are new to the Coffee Talk family, this is Erica. She's one of my best friends and my writing partner in New York. And when I come to New York, we do the girlfriend sleepover guide to New York. I just made that out.
She's so funny.
I just made that up. You're welcome.
We have sleepovers. It's fun.
Anyway, so Eric and I were talking last night about life and how sometimes you find yourself in situations and you're so unhappy and you can't possibly understand why you're in such a state of disarray. And so Erica was like, oh, you mean like when I moved back to New York? And I said, this is great for Coffee Talk. So I'll give you a little back context and then Erica can fill you in. But Erica lived in LA. Did you live in LA when I lived in LA?
For a second.
You lived in New York.
I met you in LA like over 12 years ago. Met her in LA. We were friends for like 30 seconds.
Best friends.
Best friends. But then we were so fast we didn't talk for like 5 years.
She worked for Alec Baldwin. He was such a cutie.
I met her on a red carpet doing PR.
Shocker.
She was like, hey, want to be my friend?
And
I was
like, friend requested you in real life.
She friend requested me in real life, and I said, maybe.
Oh my God.
It.
That's when you send somebody a note at school like, do you like me? Check yes or no. And they're like, is there a maybe? All right, anyway, so
we're getting off topic. That'll be another one.
We derailed.
That needs to be another one.
Yeah. How we met and why we're friends. We're going to do the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So anyway, long story short, Erica had always made it very clear that she wanted to move back to New York. She's from New York. This is where she wanted to be. She loves the West Coast, but wanted to end up in New York.
I always wanted to get home. I was waiting for the right opportunity. I
totally relate, by the way, just FYI.
Whoa. I'm like doing my neck. She's doing something with her throat.
We're falling apart. I pulled my neck out. They don't care.
They don't care. Go ahead.
So Erica moved back to New York, and in no way that made her happy. You have to explain.
Okay, I'm sorry. You wanted to talk.
All right.
So I moved back to New York. I mean, I was in LA, and I wanted to get back to New York, as Jamie said, and there was never the perfect moment, because in life there are no perfect moments. So an opportunity came. It was not in the industry I wanted to be in. It wasn't what the man I wanted to be with. but something aligned and something gave me enough guts to do it, and I left my job and in like 2 weeks moved back to New York with the wrong guy and the wrong job.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
She was with the wrong guy.
Thank you.
Can you tell when Jamie doesn't?
Okay, let's not spend more than 3 seconds on that. Go.
Okay. And the wrong job. So I would speak to her every day, and she would be like, I'm so unhappy in my relationship. I'm so unhappy at my job.
It wasn't speaking. It was falling on the floor and crying.
Okay,
Let's
there
be
was
honest.
that. Okay, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. I didn't know how far you wanted to go into the truth here. She was miserable. So it was like she was finally getting what she wanted, but wasn't getting any of what she wanted. It was like she was back in New York, which was the end goal, but everything around her in her life was making her miserable. How many times do we want something and we'll do it by any means necessary, right? And then we find ourselves, so many people get married because they just want to be married, and then a year into it, they're like, I'm so unhappy. This is not the person I should have married. This is not how I want to live my life. And you're like, well, you wanted to get married. Now you're married. It was the same thing with Erica. It was like, she wanted to be back in New York so bad. And I was like, Erica, we can work it out. We can find a way to do it in a way where you're not enslaved to people who are manipulating you and taking you for granted and using you as a piece, like a, what is it?
I don't know.
A pawn.
A pawn. Well, it wasn't quite that bad. It wasn't quite that way. But the point is, I made a move. It was 6 years in LA, and it was just time. I had a few opportunities to maybe come home, but this was a paid job and a guy that was gonna help me.
Okay, but do you agree that even though it was a paid job, you hated it?
Oh God, it was terrible.
Do you agree that even though technically he had a penis, which made him a man, he was the very wrong man?
Very wrong man.
Okay.
So that's a nice segue, because all these years later, how many years later? 4 years later, I was saying to her, "Wow, I'm here now, and no more man. That man.
That took a long time.
That man has left the building.
Right.
All
Okay.
That's another coffee talk. Staying in things past their expiration dates.
Oh,
I'm getting so much better.
you really are.
I am. I'm healing. So, and then the job.
She took a leap of faith. She did, and finally got out of the job because eventually the paycheck became security.
Well, the
She
other
was
thing
miserable.
is the other thing is your relationship's bad and your job's bad. To leave both at one time, you would.
Yeah, because I'm crazy.
Because she's crazy, and and by the way, it's a great quality in that you're not to be crazy. Some of it's not good, but Jamie does what she wants to do. Me, I wait for the perfect moment, and there is no perfect moment, as we said. So, but now
So what'd you get
have
rid of
to
first? The job.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is actually what we were talking about. I believe that I stayed in the relationship for a year and a half too long. But what we were saying is, you almost have to have that wasted time to be able to make the move in the first place. So you have to take a loss, essentially, because I got to New York because of the help of this guy, the help of this job, and now I'm here. And despite the wasted
Yes.
time, it's all been worth it, is the point.
Yes, because here's what happens. She was at a point. I remember one time her crying to me on the phone, her sneaking out of work, pretending she was going to run an errand, and calling me from the street and hysterical crying about how unhappy she was, how poorly this woman was treating her.
Okay. All right,
it was
let's-
all I could do not to get on a plane and come have a nice coffee
Okay,
talk
that doesn't
with
matter.
her.
We don't need to
No,
go into details.
but yes, this is what's important. Listen, I told you Coffee Talk is open and honest. You can't cut me off. What's important is that she didn't see how the sun would rise again. She didn't see
That's
where the
right.
light was coming from. Her darkness was everywhere. She would come home in darkness. She would leave in darkness. She worked in it. She loved in it. She lived in it. And now,
Actually, I have a great thing to say. So as Jamie said, I want to give a little story.
Okay.
As Jamie said, we're writers, and there's a part in every screenplay called Dark Night of the Soul. And Jamie and I were talking about this yesterday.
Yes.
It's the portion of the screenplay where everything's gone to crap, and it's the 10 or 15 or however many minutes in the screenplay where the character sulks and the character looks.
they lost their
They
love.
look out the window and they cry. Maybe they're in a train. Maybe they're out their window of their apartment. But everything, they're feeling sorry for themselves. And it's the moment before the rebuild.
Yes.
And that's what's so exciting about that section of the screenplay and about that section of your life.
So important. Erica was living in her dark night of the soul. She was. She literally was in the dark night of the
And I'm
soul.
smiling talking about it now.
Yeah. Oh, but the beautiful part about it is what she just said. What comes after the dark night of the soul? The rebuild. So now. No. Okay. Now she has a great job with a woman that we both love, who's awesome to her. More importantly, she loves going to work. She loves what she does. So it can happen. She's working through the man part.
Yes.
But you usually have to
we're-
start
but-
fixing like components of your life. Most of the time when you come out of Dark Night of the Soul, everything is not fixed.
Well, I'm in Act 3 now. In screenplay terms.
What am I in?
I don't know.
I'm in the sequel. I'm in Ghostbusters 2. I'm the ghost.
She's got the kids. We know it. We know what she's got. You know, I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress.
So am I.
Yes.
You think kids makes me what? A finished product? I got the kids, guys. My
see-
life is
See
awesome.
what happens when I finally get the kids. What am I going to talk about?
The fact that now you have kids and you pee your pants. No. Oh, I thought it was taking us to Facebook.
There was a notification.
I got
I
scared.
couldn't see my face. I needed to get rid of it.
So the purpose of this coffee talk is to tell you guys that all of us go through the dark night of the soul. All of us. I did more than once.
Right.
Erica did. But you do come out of it.
And really, you know, people say you are where you are supposed to be. And sometimes I'm like, really? Like, maybe if, and this is what I do. I go, oh, well, if I would have left Ralph a year and a half before I did, then maybe I would have been at the train station or somewhere and met the husband, but then you gotta stop. Because it's like, no. Because I was where I was supposed to be.
You were.
And you know what? It's gonna happen for me. Very positive.
Keep telling yourself.
What's with the hands? God, with these hands.
Are you Italian?
Jewish.
Did you just answer that?
It's a Jewish
I
thing.
know. Did you?
No, I mean, I'm saying, like, it's a Jewish thing.
It's also an Italian thing.
Good thing you're both.
Ay, ay, ay.
All right, good talk.
All right, we love you today. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. That's the hump day. You gotta do. Hump day, hump day, hump day. We love you so much today. Have a great day.
Have a good day.